before the sun up.
Hello.
để tít dưới Ngô Quyền.
Như thế này là cái xe đấy mà đi ngồi.
Thôi rồi được chưa?
Hãy subscribe cho kênh Ghiền Mì Gõ để không bỏ lỡ
เ
here and coffee. Yeah. Please have a look at the pictures over there.
Miles and miles of the clear blue sky. We drive straight as an arrow flies. Nowhere to be, no dreams to chase tonight. We've got time to waste, let's waste it. You and I, our heads up in the clouds. We caught up with the birds flying south. Nothing to see as the day turns into night. We've got time to waste, let's waste it right. We got time to waste, let's waste it right.
corner opposite of the hotel. Yeah, thank you. Chào biết chia sẻ bằng cách 85. And over the left side, you can see. And where are we going? And when we drink, it's very hot when it comes out. Please don't protect for belonging. Okay. And we start to
Remember that in nature, an oyster can make no wood. We purposefully put this one into the body of one. So these are the membrane, and it will arrive in 20 minutes. And then you know that the oyster will fight will just kick.
Yeah, I went in, it was actually... Yendo, Torakichi?
Okay, so everyone, in the time total of 45 minutes. Okay.
surprise amazing. Don't be shy, let me know.
That's a lot of it. Wake up that.
Nào đứng kia.
Die haben auch zwei mitgebracht. Dein Bruder.
Chào bạn Thái thôi để đỡ phải. Chào bạn.
Hi guys. Do you want to race? Race?
Only different that they have more time. And you. And on the beach, there's some bamboo chair. For 45, you can find the same area to get on the boat.
辛いかな。
Thank you.
걔도 유명하게 만들어부터 나와요. 용모에 그 다음에 우리 호텔 바로 앞에 있었어.
You've been down this road for far too long. He left your love behind, but still you keep on crawling back despite the pain inside. 'Cause all that a woman